let's
Yes.
talk about this facial that you're obsessed with. How many, did you get the whole cast of Ocean's 8 to do
Not
this?
everybody.
Okay, good, smart ones.
Just those that I thought would appreciate it.
I've had stem cells in the blood of a 2-year-old child injected into my skin, and my face still looks like this.
You need to be using fetus blood, Eddie. A little spritz of afterbirth, darling.
A piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
A recent interview of Sandra Bullock exposing Hollywood celebrities, including herself, abusing babies and the younger generation to stay young has been going around on the internet, with most of the viewers being taken aback and astonished by the gruesome news.
Why is this being normalized? People like Oprah and even Sandra Bullock are using baby foreskin to keep them looking young. This is absolutely disgusting.
So it turns out that to stay young, one either needs the foreskin of a child smeared on their faces or an injection containing teen's blood, and for Sandra Bullock and other of her celebrity colleagues prefer the first procedure over the latter. Sandra appeared on an interview with Ellen DeGeneres where she was questioned about her amazing skin procedure, to which she answered, "It's this way in which one forces through microneedling. It pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen and it boosts it. You look like a burns victim for about a day." Ellen continued, prompting her to explain what the serum contained, while Sandra tried to evade the question because she looked slightly embarrassed before saying, "Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores. It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away." While she was trying to form proper sentences to sugarcoat her procedure, Ellen was quick to announce what was in the serum, and apparently the serum contained liquefied foreskin from a Korean baby. Sandra tried to downplay the situation by claiming the procedure didn't involve having little pieces all over her face, but the damage had already been done. Who in their right minds, except the ones already doing the procedure, would want foreskin on their faces purely for beauty purposes? Wasn't it weird for doctors to travel to Korea in search of baby foreskin to harvest just so some rich celebrity could smear it on their faces? Sandra, in support of the serum, said, "I call it the penis facial, and when you see how good it is to your face, you too will run to your local facialist and say, 'Give me the penis.'" Georgia Louise, the person behind the bizarre method, explained what the procedure involved on her treatment menu, and she has said that the facial included a cleanse, followed by an intensive TCA peel, microneedling machine, and an electrifying mask to calm the skin, followed by her secret box of EGF serum, epidermal growth factor. She continued saying, "EGF is derived from the progenitor cells of the human fibroblast taken from Korean newborn baby foreskin, which helps to generate collagen and elastin, and then FDA-approved stem cells and peptides are penetrated deep into the skin using a special electric microneedling wand." She claimed that this process allowed the active ingredients to be transported deep in the skin by creating temporary microchannel. Sandra wasn't the only celebrity gushing over the procedure, and it turned out she had introduced Kate Blanchett to her youth secret, and Kate was loving it. In the midst of promoting Giorgio Armani's perfume, See Passion, Kate Blanchett paused to share some important information about how she and Sandra Bullock get their enviable, glowy skin. She claimed that she and Sandra saw facialist Georgia Louise in New York and they were given the penis facial. She wasn't really sure what was included in the procedure, so she said, "I don't know what it is, or whether it's just cause it smells a bit like sperm. There's some enzyme in it, so Sandy refers to it as the penis facial." The actual name of the facial is the Hollywood EGF or epidermal growth factor facial, which the Upper East Side facialist created specifically for Bullock while she was filming in the city last year. The sperm smell that Kate described wasn't too far off though from the truth, since the serum used in the facial is actually derived from cells taken from the freshly removed foreskin of newborn babies in Korea. Louise claimed stem cells were said to help build collagen and elastin, which makes skin appear younger and glowing, and before the foreskin serum is applied, Louise preps skin with peels, a microneedling wand, and an electrifying mask. Louise also claimed that the procedure had gained a lot of fame and recognition from Hollywood celebrities who were all trying to get it done to themselves. She said, "I have text threads, which would blow your mind, from celebs asking for the penis treatment all the time now." She claimed that depending on her clients, the penis serum might not be the weirdest facial Louise has done. She recalled, "I remember the time when I used placenta from a pig on a client that was vegan, and that didn't end so well. It's not a matter of judging whether the facials work or not, because it's not easy getting onto Louise's 2-year waiting list, where the facial will cost you $650 to smear children's foreskin on their faces. Since it's become such a thing for Hollywood, it looks like underworld star Kate Beckinsale is following in Sandra's footsteps, as she has just revealed her perfect complexion after having liquefied foreskin smeared on her face. Taking to Instagram, she shared a selfie and confessed in the caption that she had the procedure following a long-haul flight. She wrote, "After a long flight, I do like to lie down and be covered in a mask of liquefied cloned foreskins. Or frankly, who doesn't? It's gotten to the point where it's become quite normal to talk about the baby foreskin procedure, and it's bluntly being broadcasted on several platforms, with the weird anti-aging procedures extending to the harvesting of young kids' blood. It's like going back during the Dark Ages, where life rife with the plague, fanaticism, and accusations that Jews secretly fed off the blood of children. In 2020, there was a persistent rumor that global elites tortured children to harvest the chemical adrenochrome from their blood, which they then inject in order to stay healthy and young. So far, this blood harvesting technique seems to be working, since there are numerous celebrities who seem to have never aged a day from the beginning of their career. At 52, JLo still shocks us with her youthful looks on a daily basis, and we hope this doesn't stem from any baby-killing procedures. I'm not saying JLo looks like she's 20, but she easily passes for at least a decade younger than she is. Another person who has the world questioning on what anti-aging magic she uses is Halle Berry, who is now 55 but seemed to have stuck in time. Hal is one of those people who seems to grow more and more gorgeous as she ages, but she honestly looks 20 years younger than she is. Angela Bassett is also another one of those stuck-in-time celebrities who has always been a stunner, growing more beautiful with age. Her skin is flawless, her hair is beautiful, and we might think she is in her 40s, but she's actually 63 years old.
Controversial new treatment that may hold promise, but at a price.
It does appear to reverse the aging process.
This immortal-like celebrities have sparked concern over the fact that news is going around that celebrities are paying teenagers heavily so they could harvest their blood and use it in their abnormal procedures and rites to make them stay young. The adrenochrome harvesting conspiracy theory is a potent example of hidden virality and the ways in which unpopular culture animates social media platforms outside of the mainstream view to determine whether blood from the young could reverse aging in the older people. A series of experiments were done on mice, and they produced incredible results by giving young blood to old mice. The old mice that received young blood experienced a burst of brain cell growth in the hippocampus, and it was noted that they had 3 to 4 times as many newborn neurons as their counterparts. But that was not all. More experiments were done, and it turns out that old blood had the opposite effect on the brains of young mice, stalling the birth of new neurons and leaving them looking old before their time.
Dr. Jesse Karmazin is talking about transfusions with the young blood from teenagers, and he says it just may turn back the hands of time.
These experiments were also done on human beings, and the results were similar to those of the mice, sparking a debate that the young could help reverse aging in the old. Now it seems like Hollywood stars and the rich are getting themselves shots of teen blood to boost their youthfulness and to stay young. It seems like the need for people to stop aging has been around for a while, since before the mice test there have been other tests that proposed the use of other people's blood. One of the first physicians to propose blood transfusions to rejuvenate older people was Andreas Libavius, a German doctor and alchemist in 1615. Who proposed connecting the arteries of an old man to those of a young man. Obviously, in a dangerous procedure like that, the young man would most likely succumb to loss of blood, all for the sake of the old man's longevity and anti-aging. He claimed, the hot and spirituous blood of the young man will pour into the old one as if it were from a fountain of youth, and all of his weakness will be dispelled. Well, from using babies' foreskins on their faces and infusing themselves with blood of the young, it seems like celebs want nothing to do with aging, and they all want to stay young despite the fact that their greed costs the loss of numerous young lives around the world. A fan on Twitter said, Hollywood celebrities inject serum into their face to stay young. The serum is extracted from the foreskin of Korean babies. Have a nice day. Another said, Sandra Bullock and others get baby foreskin, specifically Korean, injected into their faces to stay young. She straight up explained how they do it on The Ellen Show, calling it the penis facial. Hollywood is beyond satanic, and they're just rubbing it in our faces at this point. Anyways, let's not forget that this video is based on theories and my opinions. It should not be considered facts. That's it for this video. Bye.